Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today I have 41 arena troops that you could pick every time you see them, and they will help you win in the arena more often. So, calling these game-breaking arena troops. When you get a choice and one of these pop up, you need to choose them every time. This will help you with the Arena of Valor event that's coming up this weekend. If you're having trouble winning, anytime you see these troops, you want to pick them and build your team around them. Arena's a little bit different than the main game mode because you're not using your traits in the arena, you're not using your stats in the arena, you're not getting like certain bonuses in the arena. So you're mostly basing your choices off of just the troops' spell and their durability. There is some bonuses you can get just based on their spell though. Like if it says it in their spell, then it does it. But if it says it in their traits or it's some other kind of bonus, it does not. So now this video might be pretty long and really no action, but it's going to tell you a bunch of troops that you can use in the arena to help you win. And I know a lot of you don't like the arena, but you really want to go after those books of deeds. All the deeds that you get in the arena, right? Isn't that what it is? There's like the Arena of Valor, one of the rewards is writs. And writs lead to deeds. Deeds lead to books of deeds. Or imperial deeds, and then books of deeds. Like, those things are very hard to get in this game, and they help you level up your kingdoms even further to give you more stats, more everything. And books of deeds and imperial deeds are super hard to get in the game right now, and Arena is giving them to you for a reward. Now, I think they got the reward system kind of out of whack, and they need to give you more for less. I think they make you do way too many battles to get way too little rewards right now, but it is the only way to keep getting writs over and over and over in the game. So it's worth doing. It's just I think it's out of whack right now, out of balance, and at least the rewards. But let's get started with the troops that if you see them in the arena, you need to pick them and build your team around them. Let's go with the first one here. Nothing in the A's, so let's go down to B. First one, and I got this partly from the Gems of War forum, so shout out to them. I don't really post on there, but I do read it, especially lately. And a lot of this list came from there. It's a really hard topic to find, but you can go look for it if you'd like. And it took me a while to dig and find it. But this video is going to do the exact same thing, so you really don't need to go dig and find it. But they will keep adding to it. Maybe you can add something to it. And, you know, it's a good source to cite. And I wanted to shout them out and give them credit. You know, I have my own on here, but, you know, they probably already had it on their list anyway, because there's certain troops that are just good in the arena, and everybody agrees. But Baba Yaga would be the first one to mention. I'm just doing these in alphabetical order, not any kind of other order. I'll mention if a troop, where's my paper? I'll mention if a troop got like more than one mention, meaning that it's probably really good. So look out for that too. But Baba Yaga, this troop deals damage to the last two enemies and silences them, then summons a Yaga's hut. Imagine putting that in your third slot. You deal damage to the last two enemies and silence them and summon. So if you can protect her in the third slot, she'll summon every time she casts and silence two enemies on the other team. So that sounds pretty powerful for the arena. The next one was Barbarus. Explode a gem. Deal 36 damage to a random enemy boosted by each brown gem destroyed. Now you're going to have to take this damage with a grain of salt because I'm probably going to accidentally just say the purple numbers every time I read the spells, but that damage is not going to be the same in the arena, and it's not going to be the same for you. So the damage doesn't really matter. I'll try to skip the number, but let's just say that before we get going. But exploding a gem, so you're gaining, you're destroying a gem and all 8 gems around it, and skulls deal 1 damage, but only 50% of mana is generated. So you get something like 4 mana, depending what you destroy. If you can destroy a Doom Skull somehow, you get even more. And if you destroy a skull, you do 1 damage to the first enemy. So that's already good. You're a mana generator and a damage dealer. And it's boosted by each brown gem destroyed with a ×5 ratio. So you want to destroy as much brown as you can. That'll do a ton of damage and also give you a little bit of mana back. So really good. Only 11 mana. Pretty nice. Who else do we got? And there might be some in here that I don't say that you... Put them in the comments. If you know of any that you are just game breaking and you pick them every single time and they help you win every single time, but you know, they could solo the whole enemy team, then put them in here. Borgok was the next one. 12 red, green. Deal 40 damage to an enemy, boosted by skulls. If they're a boss, blah blah blah. That part doesn't matter, but the damage it does, boosted by skulls. Usually there's a decent amount of skulls on the board. And the damage it does, boosted by those skulls, is usually enough to one-shot. So definitely a nice little one-shot troop here. It might not win the whole arena for you, but, you know, protect it in the 3rd slot there and use it as your damage dealer, and you can take out the biggest threat on the enemy's team pretty quickly. And it should help you win just by doing that. What else do we got here? I don't have them exactly in alphabetical order. I have them by letter. I tried to do them in alphabetical order. But Black Beast, 12 green, brown. Also, another one you probably want to put down in your 3rd or 4th slot. It devours an ally, heals back to full, and creates 6 skull gems. Even in 1st slot, I mean, if he can take a couple hits, like 1 hit at least, and then do this, it's just amazing. He can devour really quickly, gain a bunch of stats, and you end up with just him. But if he can get off at least 1 devour, usually you're good to go, because you get ton of attack, ton of health, ton of armor, and if he can do it twice, you really are gonna win. And if he can devour your whole team, he's just gonna solo the whole other team before they can do anything to him, really, because he'll gain so many stats. And the other team can't do that much damage, it's arena, that he just will win. As long as you get that devour off, definitely an auto win right here. What else? We're down in the seas now. Pretty deep in the seas, actually. Crimson Arrow was mentioned. 12 green, blue. Deal 38 damage to an enemy. If the enemy's attack is weaker, deal 15 more damage. If the enemy has Hunter's Mark, deal 15 more damage. So the thing here is you just want to attack enemies that have less attack than you. And I guess in Arena that happens quite a bit. So as long as the enemy has less attack, then you will do 15 more damage. That's a lot of damage. 15 damage could one-shot stuff in Arena. So you're doing damage plus 15 more damage if the enemy's attack is weaker. Just that 15 more is enough to one-shot certain things in the arena. So I'm sure his base damage is at least like 9 or something, and that's enough to one-shot anything in the arena. So once again, that's kind of like the Borgok or whatever, where it's a one-shot. You want to protect and take out the highest value target on the enemy team. Alright, let's keep it moving. Didn't do a very good job of putting these in exact order here, but Clockwork Knight is the next one. 11 yellow, blue, gain 38 armor, transform a random gem color to yellow. So the premise here is you gain a bunch of armor, maybe make this your tank or your 2nd slot, and every time you do it, you're putting more yellow on the board, and it just keeps getting extra turns. Maybe you'll get incidental skulls, all the while gaining a bunch of armor. Like, it's a pretty tanky, slow win, but it's a guaranteed win, you know? It's a lot of armor for the arena. I'm sure it's less than 38, but it's at least like 8 or 9. I should know. I have 33 magic. It's probably at least 5 armor. You have some sort of base magic in the arena, though. Not 33, but sure you have some sort of base, so it's more than that. I don't know. I don't know the exact number, but it's something like 10 armor. And it transforms a random gem color to yellow. Eventually, the whole board will be yellow, and you'll be getting 10 armor, 10 armor, 10 armor, 10 armor. You know what I mean? So that's a good one. Maybe to pair with another one of these, but a decent one to mention. What do we got next? Sir Nanos. 13 red, blue. One of the newer troops. Frozen Blade. Deals damage to an enemy boosted by blue allies and blue gems. So probably going to have at least one blue ally. Or you can control that, but since he's an epic troop, it's the last one you're going to pick, so there's no way of knowing. But hopefully you got at least one or two other blue allies. And then blue gems, there's always going to be around 10 blue gems on the board, so that's like a 10 and a 2 or a 10 and a 1 boost there. Yeah, he's another one of those kind of one-shot troops in the arena, so look out for him. You see how a lot of these troops are not good in the main base game, but they are good in the arena. You kind of got to change your whole way of playing to play the arena well. It's the same with the treasure hunt minigame. The way you match gems in the treasure hunt minigame is completely different than the main game. So you got to change the way you think about treasure hunt. Treasure hunt and arena are totally different than the main game. Pretty much. Sir Nanos. Who is next? Like I said, there could be many more that I'm not mentioning that you want to put in the comments. But make sure it's something that it's a game changer. Like, if you get it on your team, you win every single time, and it could potentially solo the whole other team. Like, that's got to be... Don't just put, like, okay troops. Put really, really good game-breaking troops. Well, here's a rare. This is a Crabman. 11 yellow, blue. Deal damage to the first and last enemies, and then bleed them. Bleed is very good in the arena. It does 3 damage per turn, and with the low durability in the arena, that's a lot of damage. So anything that can bleed every enemy or burn every enemy, even poison gets a boost in the arena. All those type of things, especially if it's doing it to every single enemy, is really, really good. This is doing it to 2 enemies, the first and last enemy. It's also doing damage, so it could almost kill every single time. It's going to do damage to both those enemies and bleed both those enemies. So the next turn, they're going to take 3 more damage. The next turn after that, they're going to take 3 more damage. They're probably going to die. And if you can get him off twice, you're going to bleed everybody. Probably, because the ones will die. Alright, who else? Kusith was mentioned. 12 green, brown. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by allied fae and beasts. I guess the thought here was that there's a lot of faes and beasts in the game, like more than usual, I guess. And what is he, an epic? Or no, he's an ultra rare, so ultra rare. So at least you'll have an idea to pick a fae or a beast in the epic slot. But I don't know, I think his boost is just really good. ×4. And it's another one-shot troop that you want to, take out the highest value enemy target with. And protect yourself in the 3rd slot. Let's see. A lot of these are either one-shot troops or... We have nothing in the D's, can you believe it? Think of one in the D's. I was going to maybe do one from every letter. Envy was mentioned as a really good arena troop. 12 red, green. It's a rare, so you'll get to choose 2 more troops after it. Deal damage to the 2 strongest enemies boosted by enemies at full life or full mana. The sooner you get this guy up, the better, because you'll have full life and full mana. At least full life. It'd be easier to have full life than full mana. I guess you can control the mana part. But anyway, does damage to the 2 strongest enemies boosted by enemies at full life or full mana. So yeah, it's more easy to just get them up quickly. All the enemies have full life. Then you do tons of damage. It kills two enemies in one shot. Really good in the arena. Here's one that's good in the early game and in the arena. So he just got another boost. Elwyn, 12 yellow-green. He is an epic, so be the last one you pick on your team. Destroy a row and column. Deal damage to a random enemy boosted by yellow gems destroyed. So destroying a row and a column. Gems are removed from the board with full effect as if they were matched. That's a lot of gems. So he's a mana generator and a damage dealer, which we always like. And he's boosted by yellow gems destroyed. So just destroy as many yellow gems as you can in that row and column, and you'll do extra damage times 7. So another great one-shotter, but with the added benefit of gaining mana also. So one I'm liking here. The one-shotters are fine and everything, but I like one-shotters that also do other things. So Elwyn, very good. Here is one that I mentioned when I was mentioning making this video, the Eldridge Guardian. Whenever I see this guy, I always pick him. He's just an auto win. 12 blue, purple. He is an epic troop, but he deals damage to an enemy and then gains 12 life and armor. If the enemy dies, double the effect. You can get 24 life and 24 armor if you just get a kill. And if you don't get a kill, you still get 12 life and armor. That's 24 durability every time you cast. And if you kill, you double the effect. Like, that is awesome. Stuff like that is what you need to look for in the arena. This is probably my favorite arena troop right here. Eldritch Guardian. If you want to know what Sinnycool's favorite arena troop is, it's the Eldritch Guardian, probably. And I could find more that I like, who knows. But for now, it's Eldritch Guardian. Alright, we're down in the Fs now. Put yours in the comments. Flesh Golem. 12 red, purple. It is a ultra rare, so you get to see one more troop after it when you're picking. Explode a row, which is quite a bit. Destroys a gem and all 8 gems around it. A whole row, so it does the whole row that you destroy or explode, and then it does the row above and below. So 3 full rows. It explodes, so you get 50% of 3 rows, as long as you cast it somewhere in the middle. If you can catch a Doom Skull or 2 on the top and bottom rows, you'll get even more. It gains life and eliminates 1 magic from all enemies. The enemies don't have that much magic to begin with because we're in the arena. It's eliminating 1 magic from every single enemy, and it's gaining quite a bit of life while being a mana generator and exploding a ton of gems. So, really good, like, supplemental troop. So if you can find yourself a one-shotter, an Eldritch Guardian type troop that gets a bunch of armor and life, a Flesh Golem that does a bunch of exploding and debuffing, you could have a really awesome team. Alright, who else do we got? We're on the G's. Glade Warden. 7 green, and that's it. It's a common. Glade Warden. Remove all green gems. Deal damage to an enemy boosted by gems removed. 3-to-1 ratio. But we're in the arena. If there's a bunch of green on the board somehow, this thing can one-shot. So another one-shotting troop. Boosted by green gems. If you somehow get something that puts green on the board to go with it, would be really good. It's a common, so that's why it's really good. It's a common. And it can one-shot. So, if you were saying, oh, why do you put that one? Well, it's a common. Alright. And also, it's something that the forum said a lot of these. I didn't. You know what I mean? I agree with a bunch of them. Especially like Eldridge Guardian and Black Beast. Stuff like that. What were we on? Losing my train of thought. Alright, here we go. These are just like more like troops you would be surprised that are good in the arena. More like one of those. I should probably put that in the title. Because you could pick certain things and like know they're going to be good, like Egg Thief or whatever, you know? Herald of Chaos. That's not the right one. Herald of Woe. 13 brown, yellow. It is an epic. Destroy a row. Already looking good. Gain 13 attack and armor. Okay. And boosted by brown gems destroyed. So, really big tank up front, mana generator. Be a good tank. Herald of Woe. Doing some mana generation, gaining attack and armor, boosted by brown gems destroyed. So make sure you hit as many brown gems as possible. Just a good tank there for the arena. Oh, let's see. We're in the eyes. A Lithium Servitor. 14 blue, purple. Epic. Deal damage to all enemies. Nice. Then steal 2 magic from all survivors. So 2 casts of this, and it's game over. If you can get him up twice, game over. You win. We still have one more eye. Ice Worm, 8 blue mana, not very much. Common troop. Deal damage to the last enemy, create 7 blue gems. You can get it looping. Same with the Rock Worm. Looping. Pretty good. Here's one that was mentioned several times. So, along with like Eldridge Guardian, Black Beast, this would be another one that I would put a little emphasis on. Kartek the Climber. Emphasis. 12 brown, purple. Deal damage to an enemy. Based by eliminate 10 armor from all enemies. So it's dealing damage to an enemy and eliminating 10 armor from all enemies. Every single one of them. 10 armor. That's like all their armor. And hitting one. Probably killing it. That's a lot of durability loss for the whole enemy team. Really good troop for the arena. So emphasis on that one. And like, it wouldn't be terrible in the main game, right? Lupina Explorer was mentioned more than once. I don't want to do the emphasis, but we'll see. Hold on. 13 yellow, blue. It is, what? An ultra rare, so you'll get to see another troop after it. Destroy a row and column. Looking good. Knock one of the first 2 enemies to the back. Mess up their team a little bit. Then deal 37 damage to the first 2 enemies boosted by green gems destroyed. So another one where it's destroying a row and column and doing damage. Plus it's doing something else too, even though it's kind of just knocking them around. Still. If you hit a bunch of green gems in that destroy, you're going to do a bunch of damage to 2 enemies. Can probably kill 2 of them. It's kind of like the Envy earlier, which was another good one. So far we have, what? Lupina Explorer, Kartek the Climber, even Lithium Servitor, Eldridge Guardian, Envy, wasn't Crabman the one that burns and does? Like, there's a bunch of good ones. The ones that only one-shot are, like, down a peg. And the ones that do multiple things that I've been mentioning, I think are up a peg. But a Lupina Explorer, pretty good troop to pick in the arena. Another one that was mentioned in the L's, Lady Ironbeard, 12 blue, brown. It is an epic. Deals damage to an enemy if the enemy's armor is weaker. Deal triple damage, gain 5 armor. So, one shot. One shot. If the enemy's armor is weaker, you're going to do triple damage. Triple damage. That's going to be one shot. And you can find an enemy that has lower armor than yours. You can do that. Then you'll gain 5 armor. So the next time, even better chance that you'll have more armor. So, gets better the further you go. Let's see. L's. Almost, Lye Wrath was one that was mentioned. 12 brown, yellow. It is an ultra rare. Give life and 2 magic to all yellow allies. There's a 35% chance to summon a copy of the first enemy. That's a lot of life 2 magic, yellow allies. I guess it depends on what enemy. I don't know about this one, but definitely not bad. If you have all yellow allies, but the only one you're going to get to decide that is the last one. So as long as you pick a yellow epic, so this could really be a good troop to intensify your epic choice, whatever that may be, especially a yellow epic. So, I don't know, it's okay, but worth mentioning, I guess. That'd be like the one I might take off here if I was to do this again, but it's not bad. Alright, Lucifria is another one that was emphasized. So emphasize Lucifria. 12 blue purple. It is an epic. Deals damage to an enemy. Then it burns all enemies. It's kind of like that other troop we were just talking about. That takes 10 armor from everyone after doing damage. This one does damage and then burns all enemies. Burn usually is not a big deal in the main game, but in Arena, 3 damage every turn is a big deal. Especially after you just did a bunch of damage to something. It's going to kill them, and it's going to start killing everybody else. So, burn, poison, bleed are all more viable in the arena, especially poison, or especially burn and bleed that do 3 damage each turn. Poison still does just 1 per turn, but it's still nice to have, especially if you can poison all the enemies and have them getting their health taken away one turn at a time. But yeah, Lucifria, another one I want to emphasize as a really, really good one. You should pick every time you see her. Lava Elemental, another one that I definitely thought was good. 10 red, brown. I pick this one every time I see it. Explodes a gem, deals damage to the first enemy, boosted by red gems destroyed. Burn them. So if they don't die from all that damage, they're going to die from the burn. So another good one-shot troop, and it also has a little bit of mana generation on it. So better than just a one-shot troop. Lava Elemental. Let's see. This one is pretty obvious. Pretty obvious. If you ever see this one, you definitely want to pick it every single time. Midge Swarm. Only a rare also, so you'll get to see multiple troops after you see this. 11 green brown. Deal scatter damage to all enemies twice. Twice. This thing, if it doesn't kill the first time it casts, it definitely will kill the second time. And it only needs 11 mana. Unlike a Lithium Servitor that needed like 14, this thing only needs 11 to do the exact same thing and probably kill the whole other team in 2 casts. So put them in third slot, protect the crap out of it, and take a bunch of green and brown. And cast this thing twice and you'll win. Maybe even once. So that's another one I would emphasize, is that Midge Swarm, but a lot of people already know about the Midge Swarm, as well as this next one. Merilith. 12 red, green, epic. Deals 6 true damage to all enemies, then destroys a bunch of gems and gains 6 attack. So there you go again, with the damage and the mana generation and something else. Always nice in the arena. 6 true damage in the arena is a lot. A lot of troops only have 7, 8 health in the arena. And then it destroys a bunch of gems. They're removed from the board with full effect, so you're going to get all of that. Whatever the number is, that's how much mana you're going to get. Then it gains 6 attack as well. The only thing I think is that Merilith's durability is pretty low, but it's one of those glass cannon things. You got to get her off before they get her. Before they kill her. Definitely a good one in the arena, though. Here's another one that was one of my personal favorites. Coming up here. It's down in the R's. We skip a bunch of letters here. Down in the R's. One of my personal favorites. Whenever I see this one, I always pick it in the arena. Rock Spirit. 11 brown, purple. Just an ultra rare. Destroys a row and a column. There we go again. Deals scatter damage boosted by brown gems destroyed. So it's mana generating and doing damage to everybody on the other team. for only 11 mana. Really good in the arena. Next up, Royal Engineer. 13 blue-brown. It's an epic troop. Ultra rare troop. Ultra rare. Give armor to all allies, and then summon Bombot, Flame Cannon, or Tankbot 2000. Those are all decent summons in the arena also. I'd probably want the Flame Cannon or the Tankbot. I think Tankbot's actually really good. Bombot would just be like exploding and doing a bunch of damage and being gone, but then you could summon something else into that slot. But the armor to all allies, and it's a decent amount, like 9 or 10 or 11 to all allies. So it's a really good like healer. Plus it summons decent troops. So put it down in your third slot and get it up as quick as possible so you can give armor to everyone, and then, you know, get it up again and wait for the summon. Ugh. What is next? This one I think everybody knows about, but it was mentioned. It's in the S's. Do you know what it is? I think it is. String Fiddler. 14. Purple, green. It's an epic troop. Silence an enemy. That's good. Explode gems of one of their mana colors. That's good. Gain an extra turn. That's good. So it's going to silence an enemy. You can pick their strongest enemy. Silence it. Explode a bunch of gems of one of their mana colors. So maybe that will factor into which one you pick, because you want to pick a color that you need. The explode is going to destroy a gem and all 8 gems around it, so it's not just that many. It's that plus all 8 around it. Then you gain an extra turn, so you get to do something else after that. So extra turns in the arena are really powerful as well. Silence is powerful. Exploding is powerful. So String Fiddler, really good in the arena. Here's another one around the same kind of deal with the silencing. Do you know what it is? In the S's. A silence troop in the S's. Can you think of it as I go up to the top of the S's? Satyr Musician. 12 brown yellow. It is an ultra rare. It deals damage to the first 2 enemies, then steals 2 magic and silences them. So doing damage to multiple enemies, stealing magic from multiple enemies, and silencing multiple enemies. Really good in the arena for only 12 mana cost. I think that's one that everybody knows, but hey, gotta mention them sometime. This one you probably don't know. Sanguinea? Sanguina? Man, I just think of... What word do you think of when I say sanguina? Anguina. Gina. Sanguina. 13, purple, yellow. Sorry, ladies. Steal a bunch of life from an enemy boosted by purple allies and enemies. So if you can put a bunch of purple troops on your team somehow, if you think into the future that you're a psychic and you can see the future, if you somehow put a bunch of purple allies on your team and you get lucky that there's purple enemies, it's going to steal a bunch of life. And stealing life is really good in the arena. You're stealing from them, giving it to yourself. It's a good way to do damage in the arena. Alright, here's another one. And we only have like 10 more to go, so if you're getting antsy, I told you at the beginning, so. Stridgic, 12, red, yellow. It is an epic. Deals a bunch of scatter damage boosted by yellow gems. Conjure a light storm, so you cast it. Hopefully there's a bunch of yellow gems on the board. Then you get a light storm, which puts a bunch of gems on the board. And then you cast it again. So it's one of those troops. Can probably kill the whole other team in 2 casts. Kind of like a Lithium Servitor and Midge Swarm. So one of those types. Next up, on the arena troops that are game-breaking that you might not have known about. That'll make the arena easier for you. That aren't good in the main game usually, but are good in the arena. Sandrunner. I was using this one in the last arena I did, and I can definitely agree and confirm Sandrunner is really good in the arena. Only 11 brown, yellow. Ultra rare. Deals damage to the first and last enemies, then deals double damage to a random enemy. That is a lot of damage for an arena troop. Doing it to the first and the last, then double damage to a random. It's probably going to kill that random enemy. So, one-shot troop that does damage to 3 different troops. Sandrunner. Better than a one-shot troop. What is next? And how many times have I said that? We're almost there. Summernight was mentioned as a game-breaking, helpful arena pick. It's only a rare, so that's good. Destroys a row, that's good. Gain armor and attack. Boosted by red gems destroyed, and gain barrier, so that's a lot of and. Destroying a row, gems are removed from the board with full effect as if they were matched. So that's a bunch of gems that you get mana for. You gain armor and attack boosted by red gems destroyed. So maybe put it in first slot. Good tank. Then it gains barrier. So all of that armor it just gained, it's going to also have a barrier to save it for next time. You know what I mean? Pretty good tank in the arena. Kind of like, what was the other good tank? Clockwork Knight or something? Herald of Woe, maybe? Another one of those types tanks for the arena. Alright, this one might take me a second to find because I wasn't sure how to spell it, but one sec here. Should have looked it up. This is another one that you might not have known was good in the arena. Sersignia. How the heck, what the heck is that? Sersignia. Sersignia. Well, that's a little bit easier. Sersignia. 9 brown, purple. It's an epic, but that's pretty low mana for an epic troop. 9. It gains a bunch of life and barrier, then deals 8 damage to an enemy. So it does and. That's always good in the arena. Gains life and a barrier, so it's going to protect that life that it gains, at least one turn. Then it deals damage to an enemy. 8 damage. And 8 damage is decent in the arena. That'll definitely kill in 2 hits. Anything in 2 hits, pretty much, almost. So that's pretty good, pretty good. Might put it with the might put it with the Lye Wrath. Gotta say everything twice. I don't know, I'm stuttering. Whatever. Next is the T's. We're in the T's. Where is this troop? Tau. Tau was mentioned as a game-breaking, helpful arena troop that you may not have known about that is not good in the main game. 11 yellow, purple. 11 yellow, blue. I'm losing my mind. It's an epic troop. It deals damage to an enemy. If the enemy dies, gain 4 to all skills. So it's kind of like the runic blade of the arena. This is the runic blade of the arena. So we cannot use the runic blade anymore. But if you see Tau as an option, if you want to use the runic blade, there it is, Tau. Deals damage to the enemy, and then gains 4 to all skills when it kills. Not as good as the runic blade, but at least it's similar. Tau. Go get your Tau. Alright, we're in the U's. Looking for a UR. Urska Dragoona. 11. Green-brown. Ultra rare. Deals damage to an enemy if the enemy is damaged, enraged myself, and deal 10 more damage. Supposedly this does around 9 or 10 damage for base. And as long as they have... As long as you eat into their life, as long as they have less armor than the damage that you do, as long as you take away all their armor and do a little bit of damage to their health, the enemy will be damaged. So it doesn't have to be damaged before you cast. I mean, that would be nice, but it can also, it still counts, even if the enemy is damaged after you do your damage. You know what? I mean, I know it's confusing, but if you hit the enemy and they still have 1 armor left, that doesn't count. If you hit the enemy and you take away all their armor, but you don't hit their health, that doesn't count. If you hit the enemy and you take away all their armor and you take away some health, that's what I'm talking about. And then you will deal 10 more damage. So you're probably going to kill in one hit. And then you're going to enrage yourself also. So even better than just a one-shot troop. There's a lot of just one-shot troops on this list. And whenever I say that they're a one-shot troop, and that's always better, obviously. So enrages itself and deals 10 more damage if the enemy is damaged. And most of the time, that first little burst, that little damage that it does, will be enough to make them, quote, damaged, unquote. So make sure that you're picking the right enemy, though. Don't be picking one where you're going to hit its armor. It has a bunch of armor, and it doesn't lose all of its armor. And you got to at least hit their health a little bit. You got to hit past their armor into their health, basically, to make that troop good. And there's definitely an enemy on the other team that you can do that. So it's a one-shot troop. Alright, we're in the V's. We have 5 troops left, so almost done here. Hopefully this isn't like an hour-long video. Vasara was mentioned. 12 red, purple. It is an epic. Deals damage to an enemy and charms a random enemy. So it's just a bunch of damage, right? You're going to do damage, and then you're going to charm, which is going to do damage to 2 more enemies, usually. If you can charm the second or third enemy, it's going to do damage to 2 other enemies. So that's potentially a lot of damage. Like, say she does 10 damage to an enemy, then you charm, like, the second enemy. Say you do 10 damage to the first enemy. Then you charm the second enemy. It does damage to the first enemy and the third enemy. And you probably kill that first enemy because you hit it twice. And you hit the third enemy. So, hitting multiples, maybe twice in the same turn. So, pretty good, pretty good. With all the bad choices in Arena, if you see any of these, you should probably just pick them if you see them. Write them down, whatever you got to do. Go to the Gems of War forum, whatever you got to do. I would pick these troops whenever you see them. Vlad the Unsated, 13 blue, purple. It is an epic. Steals life from an enemy boosted by my life. So every time it casts, it's going to be more and more and more. And life is a good thing to steal in this. It's like true damage. And then you also increase your durability. So, like I was saying earlier, stealing life is good in the arena. Just like bleed is, just like burning is. Good in the arena. Alright, here's one that we already know about, pretty much. Voltron. We knew this was good. Kind of like Black Beast and Eldridge Guardian. Rock Spirit. This is one of Sinny's favorites as well. Voltron. 14 yellow blue, epic. Explode a gem, off to a good start again. Deal a bunch of damage to all enemies boosted by yellow gems destroyed. So another one where you could probably cast it twice and clear out the whole other team. Maybe even once if you hit every single yellow gem that you can somehow in that explosion of a gem. Which I don't know, I think 4 is the most you can do in one like that. But still, damage to all enemies, can clear them out in 2 casts, most likely. And could kill 1 or 2 enemies in the first cast. So really good right there, troop. Alright, 2 more left. Hang in there. Hang in there for me, please. Wild Fang. 11. Red, blue. Epic troop. Deals damage with a 50% chance to hit the wrong enemy. If the enemy uses yellow, deal triple damage. If the enemy dies, gain 8 to all skills. Another runic blade type troop. If it dies, you gain 8 to all skills. It does have the randomness, and I think it has low durability, so it is a glass cannon. But if it hits right, it's gonna win you the matchup. So Wild Fang, a little bit of a wild card, but still pretty good in the arena. If you see it, I would pick it and just go with it. Last one. Where is it? It's in the Z's. Should be easy to find. Zephyros. 12 yellow blue. It is an epic. Destroy a column. deal scatter damage boosted by yellow gems destroyed. Yeah. So the less enemies there are, the more damage it'll do to each enemy, because scatter damage works that way. And it also is destroying a column, so it's a mana generator. So we like that. We like destroy and damage. Or whatever, explode and damage. Whatever and damage is always good. And then it's boosted by yellow gems destroyed, so you can make it do more damage. Another one that could probably kill in like 2 casts. So, ending with a really good one, Zephyros. But yeah, that's what I got for you. Those are the game-breaking arena troops. It's Thursday as I put this video out, and the Arena of Valor is coming through tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I know a lot of people don't like the arena, but you gotta do it. You gotta at least get 1 round of writs, 2 rounds of writs, 3 rounds of writs, something like that. I think I did 2 or 3 last time. I didn't do that many, but I got a ton of trophies for my guild. I got a bunch of writs for myself, a couple chaos orbs, and I kind of like playing the arena, so it's not that big of a deal for me. I just feel like they're gypping me with the rewards, basically. It takes way too much time, and the rewards are way too little for the time that it takes. So I totally agree if you don't want to do it, because I understand. I think the game mode itself is okay. It's fun for me. It's challenging. I like it. But the rewards and the time it takes is way out of whack right now. They need to, I don't know. They just need to make the rewards way better, I think. Like, everything can stay the same if they just make the rewards, like, twice as good. That's probably what it needs to be. Maybe 50% at least. Give us, if you're giving us 100 writs, give us 150. If you're giving us 1 chaos orb, give us a major orb or something. You know, at least the second time through. Whatever, like, make it a little bit better. Increase everything by 50%, and that would be a good start. It may not be a complete fix, but it'd be a good start if you just made all the rewards, you know, up them by 50%. That would be a little bit better at least. It would definitely not be worse. So, anyway, ones I would like to mention once again that I think are really good, that I also agree with 100%, are Black Beast. Crabman sounded really, really good. Eldridge Guardian for sure. Kartek the Climber sounded awesome. Lucifria. Midge Swarm. Rock Spirit. Stuff like that. Voltron X. Really fun. If you get those, if you get any of these 41 troops here, you're gonna have a good time. There was just a couple that I was a little bit so-so on, like Lucifria, and, I don't know. There's another one, like Sersignia, maybe. I can't remember. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your guild about the channel. Check out those Project 1999 EverQuest videos, and I'll love you forever. And consider joining. It helps a lot. It's dollars instead of pennies. And I will see y'all tomorrow, or later on today, probably, for EverQuest. Peace.